Hello, guys. Welcome. Super excited to be hanging out with y'all tonight. Hello. So, as you can tell by the title, I think I'm going to sneeze. Okay. Of course. I haven't sneezed all day long, but as soon as I go live, I have to sneeze. Hello, you guys. I'm so excited to be going live tonight. Hello, Hillary. Hello, Nye. Welcome, guys. So as you can see from the title, right, how anyone can start selling online. Thank you. Thank you. I'll take all the blessings. Yes. Hello, you guys. Oh my gosh, I'm so doggone full. I'm so doggone inspired. I'm so excited to be here. Like my email said, if you're on my email list, is that it's the 1st of August and I get to go live. Like I get to kick off the month by going live and inspiring some really good people to get out there and to start this thing. In my email, I said 2 things that I want to really address here. All right. And these played such an instrumental role in my mindset when I was getting started. But I said, that I'm going live because I want to talk about how anyone can start selling online. And I said, because we all should be earning. And then later in the email, right, I said, if you didn't earn $5,000 to $10,000 last month, right, like I'm going to be sharing some really good things to help you guys tonight. And here's the thing, okay? I don't ever want you to think that your success weighs on something. All right. You're always going to be the culprit of your success. You are always going to be the culprit of your success. So when we think about the fact, and this is how I believe, literally everyone should be earning. If I earned 5 figures last month, I believe other people should be out there earning. I don't believe that I should be earning 5 figures and other people should be goose egging. Like I don't get that, and I don't want that for people, right? And then the whole idea where if you didn't earn $5,000 and $10,000 last month, right? Like I'm really going to help you today. Oftentimes, and I have shared this before, I'm always so leery about talking about like money in that way because I don't want people to think I'm making promises. But at the same time, doggone it, what if you just promised yourself? See, I think people that put too much weight on income claims, like they have a lottery mindset or a lottery mentality. For me, when I first got started, I had a why not me mentality, like literally. So if someone was like, hey, I did 5 figures last month, or like, this is what I'm doing, I never took it as a guarantee that I was going to do that. But my mentality was, but why not me? And I loved knowing that those possibilities were there for me. I'm so glad that people talked about what they were doing and how they were doing it. I'm so glad that they painted a bigger picture than what I was earning and what I was doing working as a nurse. Like I'm glad that someone said, you can be your own boss on this internet and you can earn a heck of a lot of money. Like you can walk away from your job. And I'm so glad that someone painted those possibilities. And so what I want you to start thinking about or having a mindset around is the fact that if someone else is doing it, and that's one thing that was really heavy for me when I first got started, is I wasn't one of those people that ever said something like, I hope this works for me, or don't let me down. Like I never put my success on anyone else or anything else. I always knew that if I was going to be successful, it was going to be up to me. And for me, I didn't need a lot of testimonies. All I needed to know was that one person, right? That one person had already achieved what I wanted to achieve or what that I thought was possible for myself. And that's all that I needed. Because if one person is telling me they're doing it, then again, my mindset is, but why in the heck not me? And that's how I really want you to go into what I'm going to share with you tonight. If you've been on my email list for a long time and, you've been kind of like out there wondering, is this real? Should I do it? Yes, you should do it. Yes, you should buy the course, right? I get emails almost every single day from brand new people that have bought the course, and they all say the same thing. Steph, this course is amazing. Steph, just last night, right? Steph, this course is thebomb.com, right? Like, where has this been? I wish I would have had this earlier, right? Like the course is not on trial. I'm going to say this again. The course is not on trial. What I sell is not on trial. All right. It's the goods that are going to teach you how to navigate these webs, right? And how to get your own coins. It's going to help you get set up. It's going to help you learn what you've got to learn, right? And if you can adapt the why not me mindset, then literally sky can be the limit. And if you're like, yeah, Steph, I read your email and you're right, I didn't earn $5,000 and $10,000 last month. So I must be on your live stream because I want to know how I can make this happen this month. And that was another thing I put in my email, right? Is that I'm going to help you learn how you can start earning online this month. Now, why can I say that? It's because for me, again, my very first month online as a complete newbie, I had never had a YouTube channel. I had never had any kind of social appearance or platform or anything. Some of y'all have already been out there doing YouTubes, talking to people, right? Like practicing without even realizing you've been practicing. I had nothing. And I was able to go out there and make my first sale in 3 days and 28 sales in my first 30 days. So for me, I don't know why the expectation can't be that you make a decision today and that you decide to earn something this month. Like, I don't understand why the expectation can't be. Now, I will put a big fat disclaimer. I'm not saying like you can do that, but what I am saying is you can do that. Like what I am saying is Style from Within Ministries, you can do that, right? Elle, you can do that, right? Lupe Coda, you can do that, right? Joy Nicole, you can do that. Hillary, you can do that. Victory Glow, you can do that. Arnice, you can do that. Nye, you can do that, right? The responsible person knows that is not an income claim. The responsible person like Hillary, right? Hillary's like, yes, she's probably saying like, yes, you're right. I can do this. That's the attitude, right? That it takes to really, really decide to go out there and get your share. Right? That's the attitude it takes, because if you realize that other people are doing it, and again, why in the heck not me? And I'm telling you, the way that you approach all of this simply changes. Like it just does. And that was my mindset, y'all, from day number one of coming online and deciding that I was going to pave a way for myself, that I was going to make this my way of life, that at some point I was going to be able to kiss my nursing job goodbye, that I was going to replace that income. And at some point, this would be my new way of life. I never had any kind of income like stipulations on success. I just knew that at some point I was going to be home, right? Raising my kids, being able to not miss events, right? And like, this was going to be my new way of life. And while my kids were still very small, I was able to experience that, right? I was able to be there. Right? Like we provided a really, really great lifestyle, right? Because I was able to do this, you know? So you guys, I'm telling you, I don't want you again to put so much levity and weight on like external circumstances. I want you to know that, again, kind of corny, but if it's going to be, it's going to be up to me. And those are the people that I show up for, that just simply have like the why not me attitude, the why not me mentality. If Steph can do it and I'm willing to do what Steph is doing, then why in the heck not me? All right. So tonight I'm going to break down the steps. All right. And I'm going to talk about why anyone can get started right now and begin selling online and even begin making money this month. But that's a decision you have to make. Like you've got to draw your line in the sand and say, this month, like, I'm not only going to get serious about this, and serious for you might be, I am going to finally invest in this thing. I'm going to log in. I'm going to learn. I'm going to start taking action, right? And I'm producing this month. And when you hear what I have to share with you tonight, you're going to realize, like, why in the heck not? Like, why is it so far-fetched to literally get out there and begin talking to people that already want what you have to offer? That's the thing, that people are already there. Right? Billions of people are already out there on all of these platforms, right? And a percentage of those people actually desire what you sell or what you want to sell or your business idea. A percentage of people out there already desire it. They just don't know they can get it from you yet because you're not set up yet, right? Or you haven't gotten out there and you're not as prolific yet. But just like that, you can decide to change that. Again, just like that. Starts with you making the decision and then backing that decision with action. It literally is that simple. That's how I went from, hey, babe, let's go to Walmart. Let's get a webcam because I want to do videos like I see these other people out there doing. Got a webcam, 3 days into shooting videos. Ping, my first customer. 30 days later, my first 28 customers. You know, so I'm just telling you that if you can just have the why not me attitude, right? Why not me too, right? Things can change for you, right? And you can decide to end these last 5 months like really, really stellar. All right. So the first thing you've got to do is you've got to decide to overcome fears or doubts, right? Because again, we already know the people are out there. Like if we didn't have any sign of life, like we didn't know there were people out there and we were going into like uncharted territory, then I can understand fears and doubts. But it's kind of like you should have an element of certainty, because I've personally shared things like on YouTube alone, there's 2.7 billion people that consume 49 minutes of content a day. You can't tell me, right, that there are not a percentage of people out there want what you have to offer. It's not uncharted territory, right? Like the people are there. That should be so empowering to know that it's impossible to fail. That's another mindset I adapted when I first got started. I was like, if I keep doing what I'm doing, like it's just impossible to fail. That's why I never have quit, you guys. In going on 17 years, I've never quit. I never stopped producing. I never walked away. I never disappeared. I never stopped doing. When I came online, I never stopped. I'm going to share things, and some of the things I share, I want you to be able to say to yourself, well, that's one thing she has on me, right? Because a lot of times people try to like compare what someone else is doing to what they're doing. And if someone like me is being really honest with you about these things, right, you should be able to see the disparity between, well, it's not the fact that we're selling the same thing or we're in the same niche, but I can't say that I've been showing up for 17 years, right? I can't say that over the past 6 months that I haven't missed a week or, missed my content, right? So I'm going to be real, because anyone can start selling online, right? But it's going to take a shift, right, in the way that you understand and look at all of this, all right? And it's going to take personal ownership and personal responsibility, all right? If anytime during this message today, you're ready to get started, the link is down below in the description, all right? We have weekly mentorship you get to plug into to ask questions, get guidance, get feedback as you're going through the course and as you're fleshing out your business. Right? I don't want you to waste a day. Like seriously, I don't want you to waste a day. I want you to maximize this entire month, all right, to set you up again for the rest of this year. It's really, really imperative that you take advantage of every single day, and to realize that if you've been on the sidelines all this time, you already let enough time go by. Literally, like you already let enough friggin' time go by. Like, why are we deciding to let more time go by? Why? Like, what is that going to get us? Right? If we have the why not me attitude, the why not me too mindset, then what are we allowing to stop us? Okay, let's not let anything stop us. All right. So the very first thing, if you want to set yourself up to begin selling online and making money, and you're like, yes, I want to make money this month, you've got to overcome any fears and doubts, because again, the element of certainty is there that the people are already out there. Like, let's not act like we're going through a dark tunnel and we don't know what to expect. Right? We know what to expect. If I do the work, I'm going to make money. If I do the work with consistency, with persistency, I'm going to make money, which brings me to my next point, right? The mindset of I got to show up. All right. Or the mindset of I get to show up. I get to go live. I get to create videos. I get to post in my YouTube community. I get to do these Pinterest pins. I get to do these reels. I get to share these stories. I get to do these carousels. I get to email my list, and I get to email them again, and I get to email them again, right? You shift that mindset from I gotta, right? Again, things are going to change for you, right? You will show up way more prolifically and you'll get better results. All right. You'll show up way more prolifically and you'll get better results. All right. The reason I want you to understand the mindset of I gotta show up is because if you can consistently show up, you don't have to worry about needing a video or a reel or any piece of content to go viral. You will just become a sheer force out there, right? During our call last night, right? One of my newer customers, we were talking about going prolific and the steps to do all this stuff. And, I was talking about like how you can be that person where they're like, oh my gosh, I see you everywhere. And one of my newer customers said that. She's like, yes, I see you everywhere because I've designed that for YouTube. I know what I've got to do on YouTube so that when people discover me, I'm constantly there. You do that, you never have to worry about going viral. Hey, this year, I built a 5-figure a month business. My business has not dropped below 5 figures since February of hitting 5 figures for this year. And I don't have not one piece of video content that has gone viral. I have not a short, not a video, not a live, nothing. I am not a viral brand. That should be so reassuring to someone out there, right? No, I'm pretty doggone captivating, right? And I'm attractive and all those things, right? I know how to leverage attraction marketing and all those good things. Kind of joking with y'all. It's kind of a joke, right? But it's me showing up. It's me understanding the power of attraction marketing. It's me understanding the power of being prolific. It's me understanding being a prolific force. It's me understanding that I'm a resource to the people I want to serve. Therefore, I must show up. I must do things, right, to help them. If you can focus on showing up, you don't have to worry about getting a video or a reel or anything you do to go viral. All right. Just your sheer force of showing up will perpetuate success. All right. I remember this one time in 2010, I had jumped into an MLM network marketing company, Beachbody. And it was the first time that I was navigating Facebook for business. So I had actually kind of like taken a little bit of break from YouTube, and I started building my network marketing company on Facebook because I saw other people doing it. And I remember I was working this strategy that was so mundane, but I created the strategy. And it involved me going into Facebook groups, like, connecting with people that were interested in weight loss and health and wellness, and, friend requesting them so that when I posted on my profile, I would have a captive audience of people that were interested in, health and fitness and working out. And I remember one day I was sitting there and it was so mundane, but I remember telling myself, again, so vividly, I said, it's impossible to fail. You will not fail if you keep doing this. And it wasn't long after that, right, until like almost every single day I was acquiring new customers and new business builders. Like my business was literally growing every single day. And there were so many days where people that I had just friend requested that day were buying from me that night, right? Or becoming business builders on my team like that same day. And then from there, not a month went by where I wasn't in their success club, right? And a year later, I won an all expense paid cruise, right, on Oasis of the Seas. Right. And it just started with the simple thought of, I can't, like, it's impossible to fail. Like, it's impossible that I'm working this strategy, that I'm connecting with real people that have an interest in what I have to sell, and that I'm not going to make money, that I'm not going to be successful. That kept me plugging along. And I'm telling you, not long after that, that's when, again, business just started to pop. So again, if you can adapt that mindset that it's impossible to fail, there's way too many people out there. I know that there are people out there that want the thing that I want to sell, or want the thing that I am in fact selling, right? And you do your part in showing up, right? Business can be yours, all right? Business can be yours, all right? So here's what it takes to start selling online, right? And even making money this month, all right? I already shared my story of how I did that my very first month online, and I had no audience, no list, no knowledge of how to use the internet. I just saw other people on YouTube doing something I believed I could do myself. And so I started to follow in their footsteps. All right. And again, first 30 days, 28 sales. All right. Who really here tonight believes that you could like be just getting started, or maybe just getting started with your content, and that you can decide to go make some money for yourself this month? That you really believe there are people out there that will in fact buy from you this month if they just knew about you. All right. Who believes that? It's so important, y'all, that you raise your expectation, right? It's so important you raise your expectation. It has nothing to do with what anyone else thinks about you. It has nothing to do with how long you have not been here, or how new you are, or even what you think about yourself. If you just simply use logic, and y'all, that's what it is. It's stinking logic. How can you lose when there's billions of people out there on these social platforms consuming content and making buying decisions every stinking day? Right? Like it's to me, it's more illogical that you can't make sales than you can make sales. And again, that's probably one of those weird mindset shifts with me that has me winning. It makes way less sense to not make sales, right? Or to make sales than it does to not make sales. Not making sales, not making money, not attracting people to me, that like I say a lot, that does not compute. Like that makes zero sense to me. And I think, right, I hope by saying that there's someone out there that's like, yeah, you're right. But all this time, I've been thinking that I've got to jump through hoops and do all kind of crazy stuff and that it'll be a miracle if I make a sale. I've never thought that. I've never thought it would be a miracle. To me, it's the expected outcome. Of course, I better make some money if I'm out there doing this thing. And for those of you guys that haven't heard this story, in like 2008, about a year after I got started, I started promoting this one program where we were earning $2,000 every time someone purchased that program from us. And that was my highest ticketed opportunity that I'd ever been in at that time. And I can remember I did my marketing, or I was doing my videos, doing all the things I knew to do. And I remember I was sitting on my couch. My husband was getting ready for work. He was in the shower. And I remember I checked my email and someone had purchased. Right. And I just saw a $2,000 sale. And I went running into the bathroom where my husband was. And I said, babe, I just made a $2,000 sale. Right. And he said, isn't that what you've been working for? He's like, why are you surprised? Isn't that what you've been doing all this for? And to me, it was so crazy because I was like, yeah, you're right. Like, why am I surprised when I've set myself up to be able to create this and for this to happen? But that was proof to me that I still had an element of disbelief, right? That I could actually attract someone that'd be willing to pay me $2,000, right? Virtually for my content, because my content is what sold them on the thing, right? They had never spoken to me. So there still was a level of disbelief that I was good enough, so to speak. I'll never forget that, right? Because from then moving forward, I've always had the belief I'm doing all of this to get the results. So I'm not surprised by $500 and $1,000 and $1,500 mornings. I'm not surprised by $2,000 days. Like I'm just not surprised, because why in the heck would I be doing all of this if that was not the level of expectation? All right. So literally you can decide to make anything happen and to make anything possible if you first raise your level of expectation and then back it up by the work that's required. This is not a kumbaya, raise my level of expectation and then just pray and meditate and fast, right? Like that's just not the vibe, all right? It's about raising your level of expectation, requiring more of yourself, and then backing all of that up by action. That's what it's about, all right? Like that's my work ethic. That's what I do, is first I raise my own level of expectation, right? I started requiring more of myself. If I wanted more, I had to become more, and I had to become more to more people, right? If I wanted more people to pay me, I had to become more to more people, right? And then I backed all of that up with my action. So it's like what you guys always see me doing, all the content you consume from me, that is what drives my business. All right. So let's talk about the steps. Okay. Y'all, are you here for this? We can probably end right there, right? We can end right there. Our niece says, I believe. All right. So Elsa's profound, transforming mindset from I got to show up to I get to show up. Absolutely. I get to do everything in my business. I get to mentor people. And here, y'all, here's another one. Write this one down. People get to pay me. People get to pay me, right? They get to pay me. I'm not begging for sales. I don't feel any kind of way when someone buys what I'm selling. If anything, I'm like, yes, I'm helping someone change their life, right? When people purchase to work with me, I'm like, yes, I get to spend time with them for 30 days, right? I get to show up on Tuesdays and mentor the good people that show up. Everything's about what I get to do, y'all, because I don't know about y'all, but I live in the USA. I don't have to do anything. There's nothing I have to do. I get to do everything that I do, right? And I get to earn the way I want to earn. I get to earn the amount of money that I earn. It's not by happenstance, and people get to pay me. I set my business up so that people get to pay me, right? And judging by the feedback that I get, the emails that I get, people are happy to pay me because of what they're getting access to, right? Can I help you set up a business that way? Right? Can I help you set up a business that feels this way? Because energetically, when you can change a lot about you, your business can't help but to change. And along the years, right, it's been little tweaks like this that I've made where my energy, my attitude, my outlook, right, has changed the outcome in my business. Because again, I'm not the same person even 2 years ago. I'm not the same person even a year ago in my content and in my business, right? So again, the element of change had to start with me. All right, I raised everything on my level, and then everything else had to catch up to it. What y'all are looking for too much, right, is you're looking for the outcome to just happen for you at the level of who you are right now. Like, you're not expecting to have to get better, to have to learn, to, like, you're just expecting that just because you want it, that it's supposed to happen for you, or just because you bought something, right, that it's supposed to happen for you. But are you buying it and then logging in and then learning and then being diligent and then applying, right? And then understanding that just like other people had to buy their time and go through the trenches and all, are you willing to do the same thing? Again, that's all a part of raising our expectation. All right, so let's talk about the first thing, right? How anyone can start selling online. This is what you want to do. Yes, everything I already talked about, right? Everything I talked about is going to be an absolute accelerant, but I really do believe it's like a prereq, right? I believe you do those things. Now, all of these things, which are the more practical things, get a lot easier for you to do. All right. So number one, okay, to start selling online. I'm assuming like you don't know what you want to sell. You have nothing to sell. And if you are already ahead of the game, right, then you can still be thinking through these so that you can make, you can focus on how to begin navigating, right, so that you can begin making money sooner versus later. All right. If you already know the answers to these things, then you should be more focused on the later things that we're going to talk about. All right. So number one, to start selling online and making money this month. All right. First, you got to kind of inventory. What is it that you know, or what can you learn quickly? Okay. The reason I say that is because I'm going back to when I first got started in my first, 30 days online. I knew nothing, but I wanted to learn how to make money online. All right. I didn't come online knowing that I wanted to do anything outside of I wanted to learn what it was all about to make money online and to build a business online. So I invested into something that began to teach me. And I learned very, very quickly, right, while I was reading that little manual, right, what this was all about. But the biggest takeaway that I got was that more people needed this. That there had to be more people out there just like me that were stuck in their jobs, stuck in MLM and network marketing, right? And they needed to know that we can use the internet to generate leads and that we can stop bugging family and friends. That's the era that I came from. We were bugging family and friends, to build our MLM and network marketing opportunities. And when I discovered what I had discovered, I'm like, oh my gosh, more people need this. And so I was one of those people where I leveraged something that I was willing to learn quickly. All right. And that's the way that I got started. Right. So you got to ask yourself, are you already bringing something to the table? Or are you willing to learn something, right, that you can then go on to leverage as a business for yourself? All right. Number two. Okay. Number two. Who does what you know or the direction you want to go in? Who does it serve? And who wants to know this? You heard how I processed going through that first ebook. Right? I was like, oh my gosh, like I already knew people needed it. I wasn't like, oh, this is really good information, but how am I going to sell it? I was like, people needed this. So the likelihood is, right, there are tons of people out there that could benefit from either what you know that you want to turn into a business, right, or what you are deciding to learn. Like in the case of my course, there are people that decide to come and learn what's in this course and then sell the course. Right? Because they know that there are other people out there that want to get their start online, but just don't know like how to go about it. You likely would be amazed at how many people contact me. And when they have questions or when they tell me like what they're doing and what they want to do, their desire is exactly what my desire was when I got started. They want to learn all of this, and then they want to go on to inspire and help other people that are also lost out there, like not knowing how to get started. That's such a beautiful thing. Right? And so you got to ask yourself, like, either what is it that I know, right? Or what I'm going to embark on for myself, right? How is it going to serve other people? And who wants to know this, right? And again, the likelihood is there are tons of people out there that want to know the same thing that you want to learn and know, right? For the same reasons, or that want to know what you already know, right? And again, they just haven't purchased because they haven't encountered you yet. All right. Number three, Okay, number 3. You want to either create or you want to license a product. Now, I'm going to be very, very biased here. When I first got started in my first 30 days online, I truly believe and I know that the reason I was able to get such a fast start is because I was able to sell the thing that I had purchased. So I didn't have to like consume that information and then try to figure out what I wanted to create or what I wanted to sell, or I didn't have to go out there and vet any products, or all I had to do was leverage the excitement for what I had already purchased, go out there, share it with other people, and be able to earn whenever they bought it from me. So you still can decide whether you want to create, right? And I'm going to emphasize digital product because they're simply the fastest, right, to get up and running. So you can either decide to create a product teaching the thing, right? A solution-based product that's going to help someone go from A to B. Again, if we want to make money fast, again, you guys, when I say these things and share these things, they're for a reason. All right. If the product you're selling is not a heck yes to the person you're selling it to, then you're likely going to have to do a lot of convincing, which means you're going to spread out the buying decision. It's going to take people longer to say yes to you. When what you're selling them is a clear bridge from problematic to problem fixed, right? Where they actually can now see the outcome. So like when people come to me or they find my channel, right? They usually click on my videos for a reason, like they don't know what to do, right? They want help in making money. They're lost or on the struggle bus. And when the person can clearly see that what I'm selling is going to relieve them of that struggle, my product becomes a heck yes, which is why so many people make the buying decision directly from my content. All right. Now, there are people that have sat on my email list for months and months and months prior to purchasing. But again, that's why we have systems in place. But so many people make the buying decision directly from my content. Like they know what I'm selling is a heck yes to them because they can see the solution, right, for themselves in buying it. They see that they're far better by buying it. All right. So you can either decide to create that digital product or you can decide to license the digital product. Now, again, when I got started, one of the main reasons why I was able to get off to such a fast start, please hear me on this, is because all I had to do was take that excitement of, oh my gosh, more people need to know about this, and get on my marketing platform, which happened to be YouTube, and start telling people about my excitement and about what this was and how I'm so excited and what it's going to help me do, right? And like where I am right now in life and where this is going to take me. And if you want to go with me, buy this thing. And I just kept repeating it and sharing every single day. Yes, you all, we talked about showing up in the very first part. Well, guess what? I was doing videos every single day. I was working full-time as a nurse, right? My kids were like pre-K and first grade or second grade. They were little, right? My husband was going through nursing school. We had a very complicated lifestyle, right? And family dynamic. But because I knew I wanted to get this started, my first 30 days, I probably created anywhere between 28 to 30 videos. So again, if you've been in business any length of time, have you done that in your business? Have you done 30 days of content? And have you brought the same conviction that I brought in those first 30 days, right? Did you make it feel like a must that people buy this thing from you? So when you have a product, again, where the person sees it as, oh my gosh, this is going to help me, right? That product becomes a heck yes to them. Right? And no matter the price tag, they will find a way to get it from you. Okay? Trust me on this. Trust me on this. All right? So you either want to create one or license one. And again, if you want to make money this month, again, the fastest path that I know of, again, what I did was I just simply used what someone allowed me to use and I began to sell that. And here's the power in that, you guys, is it was already vetted. It was already in high demand. Again, so much of what I experienced in my first 30 days and that helped me get started are the exact things, right, that make what I sell now so powerful, especially for a brand new person. All right? I didn't have to create it. I didn't have to vet it. It was already in high demand. And here was the real big point, is I didn't have to focus on anything outside of getting out there and sharing it with other people every single day. I didn't have to worry about anything outside of getting really great at promoting and marketing, which I quickly got great at, or good at least, because I was doing it every single day, because I knew if I wanted to sell, the only thing stopping me from selling was people knowing that I existed. And the only way people were going to know that I existed is if I got out there and I did the videos. So unlike a lot of things that hold people back now, there was no analytics. There was no what's the best time. There was no should I do it every day. There was no what's the best platform, right? It was just, you just got out there, you did it rough and ready. You said, I want to make money. What's the one thing stopping me from making money? And then you did the thing that was stopping you from making money. Someone write that down, because the same truth is true today. Steph, yes, I want to make sales this month. Well, what's the one thing that's stopping you from making sales this month? Do that one thing. Do that one thing, which, can we all agree? It's getting out there and letting people know that we have the thing to sell, and this thing will solve their problem. We can end the call right there. Steph, I want to make money this month. So what's the one thing preventing you? People don't know that you exist. They don't know that you have a product. So that one thing for you to focus on is to get out there and to let people know you have this product. It's perfect for them. It's going to take them from problematic to problem solved. It's going to take them from island A to island B, right? And that you're selling something that's a heck yes to them. You see how, like, literally how simple it really gets to be when someone shares it, right, in a very, very practical way, right, outside of all the complication. You guys keep telling yourself that you need to figure out so much. What do you got to figure out? And the things that you have to figure out, are they really that big of a factor to stop you from making sales? If you, now let's talk a little bit deeper. If you had to make sales, if your living situation, right, was dependent upon you, what would you change about what you're currently doing? Would you still need to figure out all these things you say you got to figure out, right, before you take the most direct route to getting to the money? Y'all, that's profound. That is profound. So when we talk about, so we talked about either creating or licensing. All right. Again, licensing gets you there the fastest, because you can quickly move into the marketing aspect, which is going to be the thing that helps you make money. All right. So we already kind of talked about this, but for the sake of steps, I want to spell it out for you guys. All right. Let's wait till my light do something. Okay. The next thing you're going to do is pick a platform. All right. That's what I did in 2007. I knew immediately, based upon the people that I had found, that I wanted to do what they were doing. Because for me, you guys, it was as logical as what they did got my attention and worked on me. Like, what they did was so good, it got me going to Walmart and buying a webcam, being convinced I could do what they did. Because to me, I saw it as being simple compared to bugging family and friends, going to meetings, right, prospecting, getting dark housed, calling people, cold calling, all the things that I had done before to try to build an MLM and network marketing organization that sent me to the internet looking for a better solution. And you're telling me all I got to do is talk on video and be excited about what I'm doing and I can make money? I just saw that as being like doable. And so again, I didn't speculate on all the ways I could not do what they were doing. I know I want that to be an ouch for some of you guys if that's holding you back, right? I was just like, if it worked on me, I'm going to put this baby to work for me. And so went out to Walmart, bought a webcam, and video marketing became my method. YouTube became my method. All right. So you have to pick a platform. Okay. I don't care that you create your funnel. I don't care that you have a stand store. I don't care that you have a beacon store. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care you have a thing to sell. It's not good enough. No one's going to know that thing is there. Okay. We are the drivers in our business. We are the ones that tell people, I have something that can change your situation. And it's down below in the description, or it's up in the bio, or DM me, or comment info, right? And I'll send you the info. We are the tour guides. We are the ones that put the content out there. We are the ones that become the resource for the people we want to serve. We're the ones, right, that let these people know, hey, you want to make money online, right? This is what you got to learn, right? Come grab the course that's helping me. We're the ones. So we're the ones that direct the traffic. We're the ones that attract the people. We're the ones that get the people amped about what we have. And then they make their way over to our funnel or our stand store or our beacon store or whatever it is that we're doing. We're the ones. So you have to pick a platform. All right. Now, once we pick the platform, the good news about YouTube is that there's already 2.7 billion people on YouTube that, again, spend on average 49 minutes a day. The people are there. They're already here. Okay. The great thing about social media is that there is a combined 5.1 billion people on social media that spend on average 140 minutes a day, right? Scrolling, clicking, swiping, all kinds of stuff. They're already there. So are you telling me that what you sell, the problem that you want to solve, that there's no one out there that's going to buy your weight loss ebook? There's no one out there, right, that's going to buy your digital marketing course. There's no one out there, right, that's going to buy your planner. Whatever it is you want to sell. You're telling me there's no one out there that wants to lose weight. There's no one out there that wants to make money online. There's no one out there that wants to fix their credit. There's no one out there that would love to improve their marriage. There's no one out there, right, that, wants some affirmations. Are you telling me there's no one? No, we know that is not true. So what we've got to do is we've got to set up shop on one of these platforms, and then we got to start creating content for the person that we said we know would want to buy our product, right? So when I get ready to blow your mind right now, like, you should be scurrying to get your business started. I was sharing what I'm getting ready to share with you. I was sharing this last year. And when more of my customers started to really understand it, it began to blow their minds. Here's the thing, y'all. I just shared that there's billions of people already out there on all of these platforms. So you just got to pick one. You can't pick wrong unless you don't have the capacity or the willingness to show up on those platforms. Every single one. Tiffany, hear me. Sal from Within Ministries, hear me. Arnice, hear me. Elle, hear me. Hillary, hear me. All right. Anyone else I'm forgetting? Cho Nicole, hear me. Ray Brown, hear me. Nay, hear me. Hear me, hear me, hear me, guys. Okay. Victory Glow, all you guys, hear me. Whatever amount of money you want to make, those people are already out there. Okay. So if I want to make 60 sales this month, if I want to sell my course 60 times this month, you do know I don't manufacture people. I'm not waiting for people to be born. I got to create the content because the people are already out there. But my 60 customers, right, either they know about me, but they haven't bought yet, or they're out there and they don't know about me yet. So literally, remember I said just a minute ago, the one thing separating me right now from the 60 customers and sales I want to get this month, right, is content. Is content. The content that I create will call in brand new people that are out there searching, right? And the content that I create will reconnect with people that are sitting up on my email list, that are consuming my content but not ready to buy or making excuses. I create the content, right? The people that are going to be my customers, they will become my customers. That is why when it comes to picking your platform, creating content, you cannot grow weary. You cannot stop. Like, this is your work. This is your job in your business once you get started. This is the great separator from those that are making 5 figures a month and those that are struggling. anyone's business. I'm going to tell you the culprit, right, is the content. The culprit is the content. All right. So the thing that blows my mind all the time is that when I was sharing this message before, and I would say things like getting solid on my overall business. So I'm going to use Hillary as an example. I can even use, someone like Ray. Again, Ray just purchased last night or this morning. Our niece, right? Been a customer for a couple of months. Style from Within Ministries just purchased yesterday. Tiffany just purchased yesterday. Y'all, you realize this should get you moving. When I was creating content in January, February, March, I didn't know them. I didn't know Tiffany Willis was a thing, right? I didn't know Style from Within Ministries, right, was a thing. Like when I started doing my thing, I didn't know they were a thing. But they don't. Here we go again. They don't get to show up in my business if I don't do my part. They don't get to know about me. They don't get to know I have a solution. Right? Our niece doesn't get to find her person, as she always says. But our niece was always out there. So when I'm sitting here masterminding my content, thinking of my titles, thinking of my talking points, oh, y'all, I have goosebumps right now. When I'm sitting here doing my work in my home, my people are already out there. And literally, you don't know this, but they are depending on me to do what I got to do so they can find their solution. What I do doesn't bring them about. It doesn't create them. It brings them to me. So again, when you realize your buyers are already out there, what if I did not do my part? What if I didn't do maybe that one video, which was the video that our niece found, right? Because it's always one thing that brings someone to you, and then the rest of your content can be opened up to them. Y'all, am I dropping logic right now? So what if I am too fearful to do that one piece of content? What if I have cramps and I can't do that one piece of content? What if I don't believe the shirt I'm going to put on for that day is the right shirt? What if I let anything? What if I let a bad day with my husband stop me? That one piece of content, right, that had the power to call our niece in, I might totally miss our niece altogether. So when you realize your people, please write this down, y'all. Every single person that's ever going to buy from you, they're already out there. And let's just say to support your goals, right? Like for this month or this year, they're already out there. What you going to do about it? They're already out there. What are you going to do about that? Like, how do you feel right now knowing they're literally there? Preparing for bed, right? Doing their nighttime facial routine, eating dinner, depending upon where they are in the world, working night shift right now. Y'all, let me tell you something about working night shift. And I hope I don't cry thinking about this. But this is just the heart of my business. So last night we did our community monthly call. And when I was going through the replay to get it posted, our niece, who I was just talking about, I don't know what kind of work she does, but I consider it manual labor. And it's not the first time that she's done this, but she's literally there doing whatever she's doing with boxes and building stuff and moving and shoving stuff. But on our monthly call, she always props up her phone, and she doesn't have her camera off like a lot of people do. She's there jobbing it with her camera on, right? Shuffling back and forth, listening, right? Like she's just not going to miss it. But when her screen flashed to me last night when I was preparing the replay, I literally got tears in my eyes because that reminded me, right, of why I do what I do. Is that there are literally people out there. They see this as their breakthrough. They see this as being like the factor that's going to help them break free. Our niece will not be doing that forever. She will not be, whatever she will not be jobbing it like that forever. And I told her, I said, you have a whole story. I say what you're doing right now is a part of your story, and people need to hear what you're willing to do to grow your business, because I guarantee you there are more people out there, more women probably out there just like you, that don't know that they could be learning a whole new skill and a whole new way of earning on the side and even while they're on their job. When you understand that whatever it is that you do is almost like life or death, and when you treat it that way, I promise you, the people that you are meant to serve, the people that are meant to be your customers, not only will they show up, but you will become their logical choice. All right. So you got to decide to start creating content. And I would say sooner versus later. As soon as you know, write this down, y'all. As soon as you know that you have a winning product, like you're like, oh my gosh, yes, people need this, whether you create it or whether you license it. But when you're like, yes, like I just laid down the framework of how I lost 50 pounds and I cannot wait to get this out there, because I know that there are women out there that need to know that they can do it. And they're going to click on my video because they look just like me. They're going to resonate with me, right? They've been out there searching for their solution, but they've been bypassing people because they're waiting for someone that looks like me, right? And when they get my blueprint, right, they're finally going to drop their 50 pounds. When you feel like that about whatever you're going to sell, you're ready to hit your content. You are ready to hit your content. And you don't need to wait for perfection. You just need to start talking about it and telling people what you have your hands on, right? So you're picking your platform and you're going to start creating content to call them in. Y'all, you only need one platform. All right. I've built a 5-figure a month business, a business that pays me $10,000 a month or more every month consistently. And I create content on YouTube and I build my email list. That's where my sales come from. Anyone that has purchased from me, they will tell you, I either bought because of Steph's emails, or I bought because of her content on YouTube, or I found her on YouTube, joined her email list, and I purchased sometime later. There's only going to be 2 dynamics that people will tell you they bought from me. I say that because, again, that's proof to you. You don't have to go viral. You don't have to be omnipresent. You don't have to be all over the place. But I do encourage you to maximize the platform that you choose. And that's what I do. Right? But you can choose one platform and you can decide to not only create your first sales this month. Someone type in this month if you believe that truth to be true for you. Why can't it be true? Right? Why can't it be true? That's the bigger question. Right? Like I think you'll find more, you'll be able to make a stronger case, right, for why it is true than why it can't be true. And I don't want you to make a case for why it can't be true, because then that's fighting for your limitations. And anything you fight for, you get to keep as a default. I don't want that for you. This month, non-negotiable, right? Non-negotiable. Y'all, I talked about this last night during our training call. Again, because I'm always transparent, but I'm more transparent with them in terms of like deeper in my business. But I was like honest with them. In July is statistically and historically a very slow month in business, period, for small businesses, right? And depending on what you sell, people just have their mind elsewhere, right? They're not on the socials as much. Like it can be expected to be slower. For the first time in the entire year, I went an entire week without making one single sale. And I was like, at first I was like, what's going on? But then I was like, wait, Steph, no, keep doing what you're doing. I went 1 week without making any sales, y'all, and I still closed, right, over $10,000. I still closed over $10,000. Why? Again, because I rock steady with what works. Right? And so when you make up your mind, because I was just like, no, this is not the way the month is going to go down. I'm not available for the next week to happen. No, it happened because I had a made up mind. And you guys get ready to track me. My made up mind wouldn't let me stop creating content. My made up mind wouldn't let me stop going live. My made up mind wouldn't let me stop posting my YouTube community. My made up mind wouldn't allow me to stop emailing my list. My made up mind did not understand anything less than 10,000. Literally. I'm like, I don't know how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen. I'm going to keep doing what I know to do. But all I know is I am not available to earn less than 10,000. a whole week, no sales, still busted over 10,000 because the people are there. And I've been building all of these months. And because I was persistent, guess what? My business showed up and did what my business had to do, right? The results happened. All right. So write down this really important fact, okay? Everything we talked about, it all ties back to you. You are the biggest factor, all right? So people, since we're talking about anyone can start selling online, who buys from you? People. People buy from you, right? I always used to say this, money has no senses. So you've got to stop doing things for the money. You got to stop chasing money, and you got to start attracting and appealing to people. You appeal to more people, they will take the money out of their pocket and they will exchange it with you for what you have. So when you follow all of this, you realize, wait a second, I'm really not chasing money. I know the money is going to happen. I get to do all of these wonderful things in my business because I'm doing these things to help other people. And if I'm helping other people, it's impossible for me not to get what I've got to get out of this whole scenario, because I do not run a non-for-profit, right? Like, I'm not doing this for free. But because I get to do it and I'm helping people, money as a natural byproduct, right, will happen because people will want to buy from me, right? They'll recognize my value, they'll recognize my service, and they'll have to buy from me, right? It'll be a non-issue. So they will buy if they recognize that your digital product, who you are, how you show up, everything about your business and what you do, right, answers or solves their challenge, right? And or is the answer for what they want. So it's bigger than just what you sell. It's literally you becoming that person, right, for the people that you want to serve, right, that are ultimately going to be the people that buy from you. When I take it back to my very first 30 days online, that's how people saw me. So in my very first 30 days, I had people, right, that were like, Steph, so I must have missed a day, because I remember, or must have been later when I uploaded, but I remember I got an email from a guy and he was like, did you upload yesterday? Because I just found your channel, and every night before I go to bed, I check your channel for new content. Y'all, that was my first 30 days in business. And I was already attracting people. Like, I was already a factor in people's lives. And then almost immediately, people kept telling me things like, you're empowering, you're so inspiring. Like, you can tell you really want to help people. And that's before, like, I knew that was my thing. But here's the thing. I made all those sales in my first 30 days because people could tell that I was helpful. They could tell that I wasn't just trying to sell them something, but I was trying to sell them something, right? Because I knew it was going to help them. Like, I was doing what I was doing to be helpful. And without even like knowing all this stuff, right, the sales were going to happen. I wasn't trying to sell for the sake of selling. I was selling because I knew what I was selling, right, was going to be really helpful for those that bought it. Someone needs to write that down. Right? Because if you, whatever you're selling, if you understand that, right? Like, that's why if at any time, and here's the thing, because I was getting ready to say, if at any time you feel like, oh my gosh, she's so insistent, well, you're probably not my person if you feel that way. Because I literally get emails from people that are like, Steph, thank you so much for all your emails. Like, thank you so much because, right, I was fearful. I was doubtful. I did have to think about it. I did have to, like, people go through things. I can't help that. But if I don't do what I got to do because I understand that if you get my product, things can change for you. If I waver, if I make it seem like it's not important, right? And see, that's what some people are afraid of. Oh, I don't want to be spammy. I don't want to be salesy. Well, then you don't care that much about getting your product in the hands of the people that want their lives to change once they get your product. You're more afraid of what it's going to look like. You're more afraid of someone saying you're scammy, you're spammy, right? I'm more afraid of, like Style Within Ministries, right? Forgetting that I'm there because I wimp out on my business. I wimp out. She doesn't understand the impact of my business and what I have to sell, right? Can offer her, because now she might be thinking, well, Steph gave up, so it must not be that big of a deal. She could go on and say, whoo, I'm glad I dodged that bullet. Is this making sense, you guys? So, like, you've got to be that insistent for us. because you want your ideal person to have that feeling of, my gosh, she keeps showing up. She keeps talking about this, right? I'm clearly missing out on something. So you want to make money this month. All you got to do is decide, right, to be this and to do this starting now. And you guys, again, you think that the sales process needs to take time. No, you literally could get out there tomorrow and you could attract someone to you tomorrow or the next day or within this week that discovers your content and says, like, I don't know what it is about you, but I got to get my hands on this thing. If you think that people join my email list and have to mull things over before buying, you're wrong. I talked about this earlier. Some people do, but a large majority no. And so many of the people that are here in the live chat are people that knew immediately, right? They were going to buy before even going to my sales, meaning like they knew in my video that they were going to head over to my sales page and buy. Y'all, that's power. So again, when you raise your level of expectation and you stop thinking it's got to take 90 days or a year or whatever, and you realize, wait a second, I do my part. I become my person's person. I create for them. I do all things for them. I have this incredible product they got to get in their hands, and I show up with all of this passion. Of course, people are going to buy this from me. Of course, right? Because they're going to see it as their solution. You guys, I really, really hope like this has been helpful. I really hope you see the bigger picture, but also the simplicity of how you can instantly decide to get yourself out there and change your financial situation in a very, very short span of time. If number one, again, you elevate or you rise your level of expectation, you start to require more of yourself, and you decide to be more to more people. All right. No one has an obligation to buy from you. You realize that, right? Just because you sell a thing doesn't mean someone has to buy it from you. People buy from people they know, like, and trust. They buy from people they resonate with. They buy from people where they're like, I don't know why I'm buying this from you, but like, you're the one that's going to get my money. And that comes from a place of you deciding at some point that you're going to become more to more people. Y'all, this is why I do long form content and not reels, because I want you to always walk away and say, I would have paid a little bit of money for what she just shared. I did leave better. I understand more. I have the confidence to do this, right? I want people to be able to benefit in a really, really big way from my free content. So I'm willing to be more to more people, and what that allows me to have the kind of business that I have. And I want to keep sharing messages like this all month long, because I'm telling you, I might believe it more than you believe it for yourself right now. But I believe whether it's your first sale or whether it's a multitude of sales this month, that there are people out there that are just getting started or haven't even made the decision to start, that will take this advice, right? And they will go on to make some money this month, right? If you're in the live chat, let me know, like, this is resonating with you. Let me know if you are down for this. Like, let me know if that's the only option you see for yourself. Because I'm telling you, I feel it. I feel it, and I know it for anyone that decides to know it for themselves. I'm willing to help you. I'm willing to mentor you. I'm willing to guide you. I'm willing to prepare the space, right, for you to learn all of this stuff and to be supported during your journey. You just got to simply take the first step. I love it, Arnice. That's all I see this month. Victory Glow says, yes. All right. So you guys, the reason I sell the course that I sell is for all of the reasons I talked about in here. Because I know that my person that wants to learn how to do what I do, that wants to get off the struggle bus and do what I do and have the results that I have, change their life some kind of way, right? They want to increase their finances. They want to better their bank account. They want to improve their lifestyle. They want to provide a better retirement, right? They want those things, and they want to do it in the digital space. They want an online business, right? They don't want to work a second job. Like, they want to learn how to do business online. I sell this course because I know this course gives people the best opportunity to learn the necessary skills, to learn the business of online business, to learn about all the resources, all the tools, all the automation, like everything that literally you do have to learn to have a successful online business is within this course. You do what's in this course, right? You invest in yourself. You learn from what you invest in. All right. You apply what you learn directly back to your business. And I'm telling you, success can be yours. And you never give up. You stay the course. You dive into mentorship, right? You show up on the calls. You get the help. You get the guidance. All right. And I'm telling you, success can be yours. So when you dive into the course, you get a couple of things. I'm going to talk about it and I'm going to close out. If you have any questions, right, go to the link down below in the description, opt in, all right, and reply to any email that you receive from me. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions, all right? Number one, you get to learn from the course. So you're going to learn everything you need to learn about digital marketing, the business of online business, getting set up, everything. It's going to guide you step by step, all the way through your marketing. Like, you're going to learn how to start marketing, how to start creating content. The things I talked about here, you're going to learn from a fundamental basis how to begin doing this. All right. On top of the course and the education, right? And someone type bomb.com in the live chat, right? That's what the course is. Like, literally, I'm always amazed when people are like, Steph, this course is amazing, right? And it's like some of them are just getting started in it. I love knowing that people are invested into things that are changing, like, and shifting their paradigm when it comes to making money. And like, this is the thing that's really allowing them to see what it takes. And so many people are realizing why they were failing because they were missing things, right? That this course helps them realize you got to have in place. So you get all of the education, all the steps, all the guidance, right? Like, you get almost like a degree in digital marketing. The second element that you get is a license to resell this course as your own. So again, if you follow this and you're like, and I'm one of those people, Steph, I don't know what I want to sell. But let's say you're like me when I first got started, where you understand, I just need to learn this stuff because I don't know. And maybe you do have a passion or an interest in wanting to help other people get started in this way as well, because you realize this big wave that we're on right now. And you realize there's a lot of money to be made because there are people are just flocking to the internet. You guys, whenever industries go bad, real estate, car market, whatever, whenever sales positions and sales jobs and places where people are relying upon commission, it goes wonky. They always come to the internet wanting to learn how to make money online. They just do. So the money is here because anyone that wants to learn how to make money online, they've got to know what's in this course. So we give you a license so that if you don't want to create a product or you don't know what to sell, but you're like, yes, I could sell this because people need it, much like I did in 2007, we give you a license to sell this as your own, right? And what's so brilliant about what I've done, right, for our community is you do have a community, right? When you purchase the course yourself, you get to sell that entire process to other people. So they're going to have the course, they're going to have a community where every Tuesday they can pop up on our office hours, ask questions, get feedback, feel supported, right? So you're not only able to sell the course as your own, you're able to also sell our community, right? So again, we're supporting each other, each one teach one. You don't have to go out there and be the big mentor or the big coach. You don't have to go out there. You can focus on, again, applying what you're learning, right? Honing your sales skills, right? Getting your money up, right? By getting good at this part and knowing that there's a community there to actually support any customers that you introduce the course to. Wrong. That's just amazing. And that's where so many people are going wrong right now, is they don't have that element. Imagine every single week having a place to show up, ask questions, get guidance, get feedback, showing your screen if you need to, and knowing that you can walk away and continue on with your business because you're not in this all by yourself. You can pop on our office hours and just hang out and listen to other questions, right? Or so often, right, I get on a roll and we just start going deep about things. Like, you just never know. But you have that space, so you're not in business all by yourself. So you can sell the course as your own, and this is not an affiliate deal. When you sell it, you make the money directly. All right, so we show you how to get all of that set up within the course. You're going to learn how to set up my funnel down below. You're going to learn how to set up your payment processors. You're going to learn how to accept Afterpay, Klarna, Affirm, so you can allow your customers, right, to spread out their payments. Yes, you're going to give your customers the flexibility of payment plans, and you never have to assume the risk. You're going to learn how to build your own email list, right? You're going to learn how to set up campaigns. You're going to learn how to set up newsletters. You're going to learn how to fulfill. You're going to learn everything you need to learn about running a successful business, and even selling this course as your own, allowing you to earn $500 every single time that you sell it. The money goes instantly and directly to you because your customers are buying directly from you. All right, that's what the Master Resale Rights license gives you. You also get to download the core course material. All right, that means you get to own this course forever. All right, you go all the way down to the bottom of the course, and you're going to see where you can access the downloads. So you'll always have that core material. No one can ever take away your core education. All right, amazing. That's the one thing that I loved about this when I purchased it about a year ago, is I love knowing that no one can ever take away the info, and no one can ever take away the opportunity. All right, so you have all of that to resell. And y'all, I hate to tell you, but our community is bomb. Oh my gosh, and I forgot, y'all. Guess what? By tomorrow morning, we have a brand new module. All right, we have an AI passive income module that's being uploaded tonight. That's going to show you how to use AI in a multitude of ways, right, to make your business easier. The training is amazing. All right, so if you are fascinated with AI and you really want like a comprehensive way to learn AI and use AI in your business, whether it's for content creation, whether it's for creating digital products, whether it's for creating graphics. Like, imagine being able to have the power of creating your own AI graphics. I don't even know how to do that stuff, y'all. See what I'm saying? Like, when, again, we're leveraging a community where it's not just about what I know, it's not just about what I license, right? But as I find really dope things and really dope people, right, I get to collab, if it makes sense, and bring it in and allow our community to benefit from it. And so what you're going to see on the sales page is that not only do you get the course, which right now is 28 modules, but as modules are added, so this is going to be our 29th module, there's no extra charges when new modules are added, right? You get to sell, you continue to sell the entire package. So as more value is added, that's just more value you get to sell to your end users and your customers. Y'all, I'm telling you, it just keeps getting better and better. Right? This is why I'm so insistent and so persistent with what I do, because I am in this for the long haul, because I know this is truly a wave that we're riding, and more people need to embark upon it, know what it takes, get themselves set up, right? And to go about this in excellence, right? Because again, I truly believe all of us should be earning, all of us. If I'm earning 5 figures a month, I don't understand why anyone is not making money every single month, because to me, that's when I earn that, it tells me the people are out there, because these are brand new people every single month that are buying from me. They're finding me and buying from me. It means the same is true for you as well. You guys, literally, like, I think we should get t-shirts. We all should be earning. That's our model, right? That's the new Digital Profits You model. We all should be earning. Someone type it in live chat. We all should be earning. I'm so tired of this being like a guru sport. Long gone are those days, right? Where digital marketing and making money online and digital products is about the gurus. We've simplified the process so anyone can learn these skills, right? The investment is $500 one time to get access to all of this training, to get the license, and to also get the weekly mentorship, the weekly support. We all should be earning. And this course, it helps us all have the skills, establish ourselves, know what to do. It sets us up to earn, right? And then all we have to do is just go out there and apply and take action and never give up and never look back, except for to say, I'm so glad I said yes back then. That's what I look back to. I'm like, I'm so glad that I simply decided last year. I'm so glad I was down for this pivot. I'm so like, that's when I look back. And I'm so glad, because I get to show up and I get to inspire and I get to empower more people. You guys, all I can tell you is it's absolutely worth it. It's so worth it to be able to have slower mornings, right? To be able to Go throughout your days. And you guys, the thing is, you just never forget some of your struggles. I just don't worry about bills. I don't worry. I've been able to stack. We've been able to save. We've been able to pay off debts. Just that feeling of you're not waiting for a paycheck. My business has built to a point where I'm not waiting for sales, right? Like my sales just happen. My business just does what it does. But my bills are not dependent upon what happens today in my business. Y'all, are you hearing me? This is what I want for more people, right? All of us should be earning. All right, every single one of us. So I invite you into our Digital Profits U community, all right, where you're going to get access to this phenomenal course. You're going to learn digital marketing, the business of online business. You're going to learn how to get set up. You're going to learn how to run your business like a pro. You're going to get the license to sell it as your own if you want to get up and running and start making money sooner versus later without having to go through all the setup of creating products if you don't want to do that right now. And then you also get our amazing community that has your back. All right. All you got to do is invest, log into what you invest in, begin to learn, apply what you learn directly into your business, right? And then just keep taking action, right? Use what I told you tonight, right? To reinforce what it takes to go out there and start selling online and making sales this month, because you can absolutely do this. Just simply raise your level of expectation, right? And every morning tell yourself, why not me too? Like, why not me too? All right. Don't make it about an income claim. Make it about no, right? Steph's right. If I did make $5,000 to $10,000 last month, why not? Well, why am I not going to do it this month? Start asking yourself the hard questions, right? Look yourself in the mirror when you're asking yourself these questions. Why am I not going to make $5,000 to $10,000 this month? Right? Make a compelling case for why that's not possible for you. Or make a compelling case for why it absolutely is possible and how that's all you're going to accept. You're going to accept no less. All right. So I want to invite you to get started. I want to invite you to join us. I want to invite you to go on this journey that you already know you want to go on. That's the thing. You already know you want to go on it. You already know you need the information. You already know what it is that you want. You already know where you want to go, right? You likely just need the help. You likely just need the help. Like I needed it a year ago. And like so many of my customers, right, have again stepped up and said, yes, this is what I need to help me get what I want. All right, you guys, PayPal's accepted, debit credit cards accepted, Clarinet, Afterpay, and Firm are accepted to allow you to be able to spread out your payments if that's the way you got to get started. All right, and I got your back. I'm here for you. I don't just use that as my sign off on my emails. Every time I type it in, I so physically feel it. It's so important that each and every one of you, whether you're already a customer of mine, right? Whether you're just out there consuming, literally, you take the first step. I got your back, right? I am here for you because we all should be earning. All right. We all should be earning. So the link is down below in the description, goprowithsteph.com. At the minimum, go get the information, go educate yourself on what this is all about. All right. And show Nicole, I'm doing this for her. All right. So here's the deal. All right. Show Nicole. Okay. She reached out to me last week. She's been on my list for a couple of months now. And I ran a I didn't run a promo. I ended my extended mentorship. So my extended mentorship gives my customers, my personal customers, access to a monthly training call that we do every month, which is always the bomb, access to all the replays, as well as my mentorship hub, where there's a lot of extra resources, training, lessons in there. And she reached out last week and she's like, oh my gosh, she's like, I know you're ending it on the 31st, right? I don't get paid until that Friday. Can you extend it? And I said, yes. Actually, she said, can you extend it until Friday for those of us that get paid on Friday? That wasn't my intention. I said, yes, for you, absolutely, because you've already been in my world and I already know your intention of getting started. She's here tonight, right? And for whatever reason, just seeing her name inspired this. If you're out there and you've been on my email list and maybe you regret, again, not jumping in yesterday, right? So that you can get a part of this extended mentorship, right? I'm going to extend it until tomorrow, okay, which is Friday, all right, which is Friday, all right? Close of business tomorrow. It is totally off. It's totally off the table, all right? And it will be at an additional investment if you want to add that on sometime later to get the extra mentorship, right, that I do privately with my customers, all right? All customers get access to office hours every single Tuesday, which is a huge deal. We should be charging for that as well. We really, really should. But for me, what's more important is to make sure that every single customer is supported. Because again, why? Someone said in the live chat, right? We all should be earning. We all should be earning, right? And that's what I'm focused on. But if you decide to get started between now and tomorrow, close of business, all right, which is midnight your time, all right, you're also going to qualify for the extended mentorship at no additional cost. All right, which will get you, again, the private training every single month, all of the replays. You'll get all the replays that you missed prior to coming in, as well as the mentorship hub with a lot of extra mentorship and lessons and things in there. And most people will tell you, right? At least I should say all people will tell you that have gone through it. It's a gold mine in there. It's a gold mine in there. All right. People love, love, love the course, right? But I've been told time and time again, Steph, it's the mentorship for me. All right. So we have the complete package here. Right. And I would love to have you on board with our Digital Profits U community because we all should be earning, and I would love to help you in earning too. All right. So if you want to take advantage of that, just get started, then email me and I'll make sure that you get in. All right. And y'all can thank Cho Nicole for being an inspiration for that tonight. All right. I hope you guys are leaving better than when you came. Take action, take action, take action. I look so forward to seeing each and every one of you guys inside of the community. And remember, we all should be earning. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.